Welcome everyone to Evony Throne Time with Veery. In this episode, I will be going over duty generals, a nice little trick that you can use to upgrade the type of general that's in a building. It's a fairly simple trick and will be useful moving forward to do with all your generals once you're at a specific level. I'm going to start off by looking at the warehouse here and seeing what the requirements are. If you click on the little eye here next to the warehouse, it's going to give you the 4 different options to have a duty keep officer in there and their levels and what's required. Starting off with a junior officer, you need a defense of 500 and an attack for 450. Where you're going to increase that is inside the general under the cultivation tab. And you have to cultivate it up to that minimum number in order for him or her to meet that junior officer. And you move forward, it increases from there, going up to medium, senior, and then special. Special is really where I'm going to talk about how to do this effectively without creating more dragons or creating more gear that cost you resources and money. There's a simple and effective way, and hopefully with the general that I choose, I can show this in a very simple form. So what we're going for today is that special warehouse officer. I'm going to be choosing a general that doesn't belong there just because he's the closest I could find to show you this nice little trick. But if you look at the duty requirements, the defense is 1250, the attack is 1200, but you see there's 1/3 option there. Power, you must be 3.1 million power along with defense and attack in order to obtain that special officer title, which you can see from the duty benefit. Your resources protected are at 70%, and your food protected from troop upkeep is 100%, which means your troops, as you're sitting here right now watching this video, are eating away the food that your resources are producing. That's just the nature of the beast. So let's go out of here for a moment and look at generals. And the general that I have in mind, he's very close to meeting some minimums there. It is Minamoto. Minamoto is at 3.065 million. He's not quite there yet. He needs to be at 3.1 million. And if I try to assign him now, then I'll get more than likely the senior duty benefit. So let's go ahead and try that. I'm going to appoint him, select, and as you can see, he is a senior warehouse officer. But I want the specialty. I want the special guy because he's going to give me 20% more on the resources protected and 40% more on the food protected from the troop upkeep. How do we do that? Well, let's get back out of here. Let's change him, and we're just going to delete him from the warehouse. You have to do this before you do the trick. Nobody can be assigned there. So Minamoto, we're going to resign him. And now we'll go back to Minamoto. Where did he go? Okay, so he's at the top. I'm going to go into him, and I have one of my beasts available, which will hopefully get him over the top at 3.1 million, which is the minimum requirement. I'm going to choose the Lord of Lava, and then we'll back out of here. And now he's at 3.1 million. If you look at my leadership, or excuse me, my attack is 1332. My defense is at 1357. That's the minimum. I've reached the minimum in order to have a special duty officer now. So I'm going to appoint Mr. Minamoto. And as you can see on my screen, he is now a special warehouse officer. Now, this works for both a dragon a beast, and your really well refined gear. If I didn't have a dragon available or a beast, then I would have removed gear from a top general of mine, removed it temporarily, put it onto Minamoto, and then assign him as a duty officer to get that special title for the maximum buffs. Once he's in there, you can now keep him in there, go back into Minamoto, and remove the gear without removing the title. And that goes for the dragon and all your gear, or a beast. So I'll go in here and I'm going to remove this dragon. And now Minamoto is back down below 3.1 million. But he's still a special officer. That's how easy it is. Again, you can use your gear, your dragon, your beasts to get you over the hump of that prerequisite number that's required on all of the buildings to become a specialty officer. And we're done with that. So I just wanted to offer you that tip. It's an easy way to get your duty generals maximized for the best benefit. And we go from there. I really appreciate if you subscribe. Throw me some comments, questions. Be happy to answer anything you have, or share some experiences that you have on my channel. I'm the first to say I'm not an expert at this at all, but the experience that I've gained thus far, I enjoy sharing with all of you. Live life first, game second. That is my motto, and I look forward to seeing you guys once again. Thanks again for joining Evony Throne Time with Viri.